guys, Reaper here. Thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos. So today I thought, what can I do with all these gifts I've acquired since starting in Eve Echoes? I've had ship skins, all these prototype rigs. I've been out in space. I've got expensive frigates set up. I've got a cyclone set up, and generally speaking, I wanted to try something a little bit different today. So this is a Caracal Trainer. I haven't been in one of these ships for a very long time. Now that I have some fairly competent PvP skills, I thought, why not try and fit a cruiser which, including the rigs, is coming in at under 30 million ISK. I think I've spent about 27 million ISK to fully fit and rig this ship, which I'm going to take out to low sec and possibly null sec. I have some pretty good speed with a micro warp drive and a okay tank with a shield extender. So if I jump into null sec and there's a small gate camp, I may be able to make it back to gate, but even if I die, I am not losing the equivalent of a lot of ISK. There's a lot of faction frigates and expensive fit frigates flying about space at the moment, and I've, generally speaking, designed, built and fit this ship to be a good frigate counter. We all know that a frigate could quite easily take out a noob flying around in a Caracal Trainer with some limited skills, so hopefully this will surprise a few of those pilots. So let's have a look at the fitting. So as you can see from the top there, we've got a reasonable DPS of 234 cold. I have got a full duplex ballistic control system, which will boost that damage up by another 4.01% and should give me DPS close to 260, 270. I've got, for a bit of extra tank here, a Mark 7 medium shield extender, which is giving me a bonus of 1834 shield cold, and if I increase that for a cost of if I activate that for a cost of 560 gigajoules, we're adding another 1800 shield. So against a frigate, that would mean they'd have a hell of a lot of extra effective hit points to chew through to take me out before I were to take out the frigates. I've also got a dealer micro warp drive. It's a couple of millisk. Again, this is one of the more expensive modules on this ship, just because speed's going to be fairly critical, and this is giving me a 517% bonus to my flight velocity, and it is making me the size of a battleship. But again, if I'm focusing on frigates, they're not going to have a vastly massive damage output, so I'm not too worried about that entirely. And looking at the mid slots, I've gone for a Mark 5 warp disruptor. Now, a lot of people say you should only buy the named disruptors as standard, but they're 25 to 28 million ISK on the market with current prices. They're very expensive, and if I'm going after frigates, I don't think you'll find many frigates in space that are using stabs or warp core stabilizers in general. So 1 point out to 22.5 kilometers, I believe, should be sufficient for the purpose of what I'm trying to achieve here, which is PvP on the cheap. We've also got a Mark 7 stasis Weber fire. Now, if you're not Mark 7 yet, if you're lower, perhaps Mark 5, go for the Mark 5 fitting. It's going to be a slight reduction, but you're still going to be incredibly effective in PvP situations. And for my missile launchers, I have 4 Mark 7 rapid medium launchers, which are giving me a pretty tasty range of 28 kilometers, and my explosion velocity and explosion radius are fairly good. To help with that, I have a rig, which is this one here to the right, giving me a -6% explosion radius bonus. Now, I'm going to try this out in space. It might be that I'll want 2 of these rigs and go for slightly lower DPS if I'm applying DPS more effectively. However, with my stasis webifier, if I'm able to reduce the ship speed sufficiently, I may be able to apply enough damage. But again, this is very much for me a test, and this video is to take you through what this test looks like and whether this is something you should perhaps give a go with in space. Now, my capacitor is, with all of these modules here running, is only going to be lasting or be stable for 1 minute and 47 seconds. So to achieve that, I've had to put in a couple of the prototype rigs for capacitor. One's boosting the recharge time 7.5% negative, and the other one's giving me a maximum capacitor capacity, if that makes sense, of 10.5%. And all of the rigs I have here in the low slots have all come from the reward crates that we've had since the beginning, that most of us have had stockpiled or stocking up due to the fact that we've been flying around in much more expensive ships. So yeah, that's the fitting. Also, another thing to mention is I've been out in space and tested it with the micro warp drive, and my skills being micro warp drive rank 4, and my advanced micro warp drive is currently at rank 2, so my micro warp drive is going to become more efficient soon, but I'm still easily able to achieve 1.5 kilometers per second using that micro warp drive for a fairly long amount of time. I went for a Valkyrie drone as well, because out of the medium drones they are the fastest. Therefore, against frigates, I believe they'd be the better choice. And for my defense, I've got 10,000 EHP, which is significantly or vastly higher than any frigate you will come up against out there. My shield is 5,234, which I can again boost up when I activate the module if I'm in difficulty or trouble. I've got an okay amount of armor and an okay amount of structure. And my targeting for my scan resolution, I'm looking at 317 mm worth of scan res, so I'm not going to be locking onto frigs super fast, but again, the frigate should be assuming I'm an easy kill. They're going to get into a nice orbit, apply some damage, not expecting me to be super fast and able to lock them down with a web and perhaps a disruptor with the type of skills I have. Okay, so that's the ship, and let's see what this can do in space. Just a quick bit of advice, guys. If you're warping through nullsec, about to enter into nullsec where you have no gate guns, possibly a gate camp, what I'd recommend is allow the autopilot to take you into the system. So I'm going to allow myself to jump through this gate in a second. As I'm transitioning into the system, I'm going to disable my autopilot. It won't stop my destination being set, and I can easily reactivate that, but what I'm looking for here, there's no ships this side. I've just seen 2 ships arriving, so I'm going to deactivate my autopilot like so, so that when I land on the other side I can assess the situation, see what we have, and if need be, reapproach the gate. If you leave your autopilot on and you jump into a gate camp and you start aligning, it's going to be too late. You won't have a chance to get back to the gate because you're going to have to cancel that alignment, and it's going to cause you a lot of problems. So I'm now going to re-engage my autopilot and we'll carry on. Let's see with what we've got landing at this medium anomaly. Caracal Navy issue. He's warped. Surprisingly, he's warped. I missed where he went there. Interesting. Okay, so we have a venture frigate here. I'm going to try and burn over to him. I don't think I'll be fast enough to get within range or to do enough damage quickly enough. And there he goes. He has warped over to that belt, so I'm going to warp after him. I'm going to disengage my micro warp drive. And here we go. He would likely land and warp away, but let's see if we can catch this guy now. The Caracal is not going to be the best venture killer due to its scan resolution and warping speeds, but worth a try. Here he is, landing on top of him now. And I'm going to lock. He walked in at 30. Oh, he's very fast. In fact, I think he's gone, is he? Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Better luck next time. Okay guys, so I've jumped into a nice little gate camp here. I'm now going to approach and burn back to the gate. I'm going to activate my micro warp drive. Click to jump on this. And we're going to jump through, and we've escaped. Okay guys, so I've just jumped through a gate and Adventures followed me in, so in this instance it's always a good idea to hold your cloak on the other side of the gate and see where the Venture warps to, so you can follow and hopefully get a good volley on him to take him up. Let's see if he uncloaks now. Okay, so it seems like my cloak's about to wear off, so I'm going to move as he hasn't come out straight away. Might be the end point destination for him. I've got some anomalies. There's a 3 small one, so let's walk in there, see what happens. Okay, so I'm in warp to I've not seen this before, it's a belt which is an intermittent condensed asteroid belt, so it must have some condensed minerals. Let's see on the PvP if there's anything when we land here. Well, we have Adventure 3. Woohoo! Let's see if we can volley the guy. Come out of warp. Get a lock. He's gone. Okay guys, so I think I might have found a Tristan frigate. Just landing now. He's walked away. We're going to go and find him. Here he is. So I have him webbed, applying some damage now. And yeah, this should be pretty straightforward as it goes. He's taken significant damage here, webbed, and he's down extremely fast, so I'm very satisfied with that. That's exactly what I was hoping for. See if we can get his pod, do the gentleman thing, and send him back to station quickly. And bye-bye. So, have a quick look at the loot. Yeah, so he had some okay named items, clearly PvP fit, but could not take the heat from this OP Caracal Trainer, so that was quite hilarious. Well, let's see if we can get some more. Okay guys, we've got Adventure 3 here. I'm going to try and lock this guy down pretty quickly, see if I can get him. And I'm going to go for the ram. And he's warped, as normal. Okay, we got a Venture 3 here, but he's pretty far away. Pretty sure I'm not going to catch this guy, but I'm going to try and burn over to him now. Let's give it a go. Bit slow with the UI in this, so we're burning over now. Going pretty fast. He should be walking off now. He knew what was good for him. And there he goes. Okay, we've got a Stabber fleet issue right here. I'm locking him down. I'm going to burn to approach. Come on, get a point. Got a tackle. Engaging. Right, got him webbed. Should be pretty straightforward to get this guy down. Applying some damage. Yep. He's not even seen me yet by the look of it. Okay, so taking that guy out, I am going to grab his loot. Okay, looks like he's got some pretty good stuff there. Yeah, so that was quite good fun, and just goes to show how powerful a trainer cruiser can be. If we look at that kill log, let's see what he had. He had a pretty good setup. Yeah, very happy with that. Okay, finishing up, warping to a Goristus anomaly, Inquisitor site. It's only a level 1, we're in low sec, there might be a few ships in there. Let's see what we can find. Okay, I've just seen a Caracal Trainer, I think taking the gate, so let's follow him in. Go, go, go. Okay, let's see if we can catch this guy. Whether he's smart enough to have already walked away. Seems there he is. See if we can get a tackle on this guy. And he's just escaped. Oh, that is unreal. How lucky could you get? What a shame. Just going to see if he's taken this gate. I completely missed that. See who we have in this final map. Maybe there's a few guys waiting to take me out. Nope, just this guy. Let's see if we can have some fun here. What is that message? Come on, get a point. And approach. And we've got him. Cool. Let's see how fast we can take this guy down. Looks like he's locking me up. He's locked back, and he's damaging me. Good stuff. Looks like we've got a fight on our hands. And he's dead, just like that. So there's a good example of how powerful this ship is. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I think that will do for now. Thank you for watching.